Hello and welcome to Baseball in the Park with special host Parker the Park O'Brien. Today we're going to be talking about some baseball trades, awards, and how we think things should shape out here in the second half of the season. Let's start off with a pretty interesting question, always gets people riled up. Who should be the MVP of each league and who should be the Cy Young? Why don't you start us off?
Cy Young, I know it's a little early, but I think Zach Greinke should definitely be considered. 48 inning with no runs being scored against him, I think that's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with her. Zach Greinke, he's been great all year. He's been a great player for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Greinke has the lowest ERA in the league, but let's not count out Max Scherzer of the Washington Nationals. In the first year of his giant contract he signed with them, he's really been getting it done. And let's not forget about the reigning NL Cy Young and MVP award winner Clayton Kershaw, who, he had a little bit of a rough start to the year, but he was still leading the league in strikeouts. And, so far in the second half, he's looked really tight. So I think he could really make a run for it. What about the AL? I mean, I think you got Dallas Keuchel right now as the front runner for the Houston Astros. He's kind of been a surprise coming out, but there's a lot of good pitchers in the AL. Corey Kluber being one of them, who won it last year. Parker, what do you think, man?
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with you about Keuchel. He's been a great pitcher all year as well, and he's definitely he could be the guy to win it.
All right, so I think AL MVP. We've obviously got Mike Trout and Albert Pujols on the Angels. They've both got a ton of home runs, leading everybody out there. Do you have any other people you think could win it?
Maybe Paul Goldschmidt. He's been doing really well. He was All-Star game. I forget he was starter. I don't know.
Yeah, starter for the NL, first base.
Yeah, I know. He could be a front runner for that award.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the trade deadline and who should be buyers, who should be sellers. We've got a caller coming in from all the way from Mexico. It's Butters.
Hey guys, how's it going? I love your show.
Hey Butters.
Well, I got a question for you. Will the Mets be buyers or sellers?
Well, answer your question, I think is pretty challenging, especially with Sandy Alderson right now. The Mets, they're in a big market right now, but it doesn't even feel like that they spend any money. Who would you think they should trade for or buy?
Well, I mean, I think if the Mets are looking to buy, they obviously need to impact bat. Right now, their lineup's just atrocious. Even one big contributor that could help, I think that Ben Zobrist of the Oakland Athletics is probably the best bat out there on the market. But if someone like Carlos Gomez of the Milwaukee Brewers or other, pretty good hitters on teams that might be selling, such as the Cincinnati Reds, possibly Jay Bruce, players like that could be a nice trade target for the New York Mets as they look to make the postseason this year.
Yeah, I'd like to see them trade either two prospects for Zobrist or someone like that. The Mets desperately need it. When you have pitchers who are pitching, they're only giving up one run a game, and you lose that game 2-1. It's not helping. That team with the pitching staff, Harvey, DeGrom, and Noah Syndergaard, they need to pick it up. Sandy Alderson, he just waits until next season. It needs to happen now. You don't know how good these pitchers are going to be next year.
Well, I think the Mets need offense. They have great pitching core, and they need an offensive player to help them.
All right, well, Butters, we hope that answered your question out there, bud.
No.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Butters? All right, that's all we have from the park today.
How about
This has
that
been another episode of Baseball in the Park with Parker O'Brien.